Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your reading for March. If you're new, welcome. Please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get all the messages I post each month. To my lovely loyal subscribers, welcome back. As always, I'll leave information regarding what decks of cards I use and how to contact me for personal readings in the description box. So go ahead and check that out there, guys. Let's see what we have going on for Sagittarius. Give your relationship a chance. Separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon here. So in separation from somebody you either want a chance with or they want a chance with you, okay? We see it, this is a good time to work on this relationship if that's what you want to do. You know, spring is about planting those seeds and those new beginnings and things coming to life. So be honest with yourself. If it's what you want, it's what you want. Don't let anybody else's opinions, judgments, or things like that come in the way. If you don't want this, then it's your soulmate who's trying to figure out how to heal this relationship, as we see the Four of Swords wanting to jump out there as I start to shuffle. So this time apart has been good for you, but they've had time to think now, time to rest and, I don't know, check out the grass ain't greener, right? The grass is green where you water it. So they've understood this now. They have been receiving divine messages here. So it is what it is, right? The message that will come out is for those it will resonate with. If it doesn't, I have plenty more videos on the channel and post them all the time. This is two people who are in separation who've had time to heal. So you may have been separated a while as well to overcome this heartache. Not making any movements though. None of you have made an effort to try and heal this relationship or give this relationship a chance. You might be thinking that, because the swords are about thoughts and speech, so you may have felt like you wanted it to get back together. You may have internalized working on your partnership. That's what seems to be going on, that thinking, those downloads, those signs that we see and hear and think. That's what seems to be going on here, rather than actual action towards healing the relationship. Because he's in the chapel of rest, you know, he's resting on his laurels here. What he wants to happen and what he's trying to make happen, this guy in this picture, I'm not saying he or she, I'm saying they're not actually doing much about it. So, hence still being separated. Let's have a look here. Two of Cups, yeah, I'm hearing Shania Twain, you're still the one. So yeah, this person, you still love each other. Just it's either you who feels like this can't work and you're not going to get into this relationship again, or you do feel like it can work and they haven't picked up action and you both still love each other here. We can love somebody and, you know, not want to be with them. That's our own free will. So there's nothing wrong with that, Sagittarius. You can love them and not want to be back with them. That's the whole point of spiritual growth. Unconditional love. You don't love them with the condition that they're with you. Right? And usually we find that out the hard way. We usually go into separation and realize we still love somebody. And that's what's happening here. Is your soulmate who's now realizing, I still love you. It's a wake up. Your soulmate's waking up. I love you and I want to give this relationship a chance. I know it sounds like, well, the grass wasn't greener, so they want to come back to me. It's not that at all. We've got to know what we don't want to know what we actually want. And if you're on this spiritual path, this is your lesson, to understand that their choices are not personal. They're not against you. They're going through their path of awakening. They're learning to see things from a different perspective. Maybe they had to see it from a different perspective from you, right? A different lesson from you. But it seems like the divine here wants you guys to try and look at this differently. So maybe before, if you was looking at this separation, like I say, as or this person returning to you as, oh, the grass wasn't greener, so you want me back. The divine is asking here, you look at this differently. They've had time to heal their own traumas. They've had time to receive downloads, divine downloads, messages, see signs. And I'm sure you have been seeing signs too, because the divine wants you both to see this. The Hanged Man wants you both to wake up to each other here. Usually that only happens with separation. That's our spiritual catalyst. Then we can see, then we're more eager to look when our heart's breaking or when it's painful, when it's difficult. We learn in discomfort, unfortunately. We get out of our comfort zone, right? We've heard that how many times throughout life. But, you know, we don't naturally apply it to heartache, right? But it's the same thing for all lessons, really. 10 of Swords. So what you're telling me is, no, they ultimately betrayed me and broke me down. This was a death. This ending of this relationship. This is not the death card. It is an end of a cycle, and it's something that had to happen. You did had to die, but not physically. Your point of view, your perspectives in life had to die, had to change, had to transform here. And it's from this spiritual catalyst. It was from this separation. We had to, you know, well, when we've got healthy boundaries, we don't have to let it get to 10 swords. When there's 7 swords in our back and somebody's deceiving us, we should stop then, right? But we don't. We keep going till those 3 extra swords cause that heartache and that pain and that discomfort where there's no way back to the life that the person I was. Right? That doesn't mean there's no way back to each other. There is. As new people, reborn, going through that rebirth, that spiritual awakening. Ace of Wands, beautiful. We always want to see opportunities after the 10s. And the Ace of Wands is an opportunity not to be missed. So this person may reach out. And the divine saying, hey, you've got to look at this differently and take this opportunity to speak to each other. They're going to wake up from this sleep now. You may have wanted it a long time, and when it didn't come at your pace, in your timing, you might have started to move away from this person and even feel like, I don't want this person anymore. You know, I've gone through this separation, I've gone through the rebirth, and there's nothing left in this situation for me. Well, the divine is saying, yes, there is. Absolutely there is. There's not only bad stuff to learn throughout life, there's good stuff to learn as well. And I think the way you might be looking at relationships at the moment is feeling the lows before the highs. You know, giving up before you try. It's saying, no, I'm not going to go there because of this. Well, actually, the divine's saying, go there because of this. I didn't want to open up your eyes to this person betrayed you and hurt you. Of course, you had to see that in order to go through this death and this rebirth. But I want you to get to this point of love. Unconditional love. I love somebody not with the condition that they're with me, not with the condition that they will, you know, do everything I say, not with the condition they'll feed my ego and things like that. That's what usually happens before a spiritual awakening. We feed each other's egos, right? And sometimes we can describe it as, oh, these little white lies, and that's when we're feeding our own ego. But now what the divine wants to be left is this purity, this healing of your traumas of this life, the past life here. But there is also an opportunity here to give this relationship a chance and reconnect. It's up to you, of course, if you take it. We have free will. We can wait for the next person because we've healed those things that needed healing, that trauma. Right? We can do that. But the divine also wants you to open up your eyes is we don't have to we're sort of like in a time where if something breaks, we can replace it. If love gets tough and difficult, we can replace that or a person. We can't. You know, we shouldn't. We shouldn't replace a person or give up on somebody. You know, just imagine, oh, the car's making, you know, a funny noise, I better get rid of it. And it could have been something so simple to fix. Everybody needs understanding and opportunity to learn, to love and to grow. And they need that space. And that's why sometimes we need to do it in separation. That's even why sometimes we need to do it with other people. But this is your soulmate here. We do have multiple. I'm not going to say there's only one person for you. We do have multiple. We have a whole soul family. This is somebody asking you to listen, as well as the divine. Like, just listen, give me a chance to see that I understood my actions and my behavior caused your reactions and your behavior. And I'm seeing the world completely differently now. I'm going through this. I'm seeing this. I saw your name. They just want you to listen. And even if we listen and say, you know what, I'm so happy you're going through this and experiencing this. I experienced it too. You know, even if we don't want to be together, it's nice to know that, you know, somebody you say you loved is growing, is healing, is better, right? Nine of Cups. It's what you wished for all along. That's why it's good to hear it. Even if you don't want to be with them anymore, it's what you wished for. It's what you believed in. It's what you hoped for. That they would wake up. Your wish is granted here. I did prediction readings in December. I told you guys, you know, it's going to be as if all your wishes come true in 2021. And it starts here. Now the opportunity, the choice, it's yours. Do you want to give this relationship a chance? Or there's another soulmate ready to be presented to you, this ninth cup. What you've been wishing for, what you've been looking for. But there's still a lot of love and experience and knowledge within this person. We don't give up on people, but this Nine of Cups is showing that not only have they been through this spiritually enlightening period during separation and this death and rebirth, you have also found the time to refill all these 9 cups of love for yourself, right? Don't let it spill into ego like, I'm too good for them. Because then what will happen is we go through the death of the ego again, and it kind of hurts. And that's what this is, the death of the ego. Because it's this death card, but it's swords, so it's related to the mind. The mind is the ego and the super ego, right? Nothing wrong with ego as well. It's kept us at the top of the food chain long enough. But do you see what I'm saying here? We need to go back to working on things when they need work, rather than replacing things, rather than thinking, well, there's somebody else waiting in my DMs or my PMs, maybe even my BMs. Just an apology. Princess of Cups, that's a Page of Cups in the normal deck. They're apologizing. Now, if we get to a point where and I'll tell you this out of love, if we get to a point where we can't accept somebody else's apology, whether it's even you apologizing, Sagittarius, we've gone too far into ego again out of love. So just be aware of that, because this person is wearing their heart on their sleeve. They're telling you their feelings, right? This is somebody telling all here. With that Nine of Cups as well, if we're not on the right path and we're overindulging, we can be drinking too much, having too much sweets, sugar. We can be gaining weight because it's showing expansion. So it's showing expansion of love with somebody else. If we're not doing that at the moment, it can be that we gain weight. But they're apologizing here. It's more than an apology. It's a truth. This is why this conversation is not to be missed. It should be heard, whether you want to be with each other or not. Because we don't want to go too far. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles, all the work you've done, all the spiritual growth you've done. Don't, like, let that be in vain. But also, even if you feel they made you wait, which they didn't, it was divine timing, do not make them wait in vain for you, okay? There's a difference between somebody respecting your boundaries, desiring you, coming towards you, and then somebody having to beg you again. Because I'm seeing like this bordering on ego. Do you know, it happens a lot to Scorpios. I'm a Scorpio, so that's why I'm warning about it. The Four of Swords is related to the Justice card, and I'm seeing those scales like becoming more balanced, but very easily being tipped in one direction rather than the other. So don't let all that work you've done, you know, be in vain. You can say to somebody, I'm so proud of you that you did the work. I really am. I really do love you. I'm glad you're finding your path. I'm finding my path too. Doesn't mean you have to be together, but, you know, it's something you wish for and you've got it. So I always tell people, be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. But if we get to a place where we can't receive what we've wished for, that's that open your heart to giving and receiving. We've gone past, again, of a place of healing. We've gone over again, right? And that's that expansion. Told you. Ace of Cups. Did you did you just hear my ego? Told you. You see how very easy it is to go and just take one step over? You don't even mean it. It's just so easy to slip into. Because it's more second nature that we do it for survival. We do it to stay at the top of the food chain, like I mentioned, right? It's about keeping, you know, in check what we worked for. Understand it's what we worked for. It's what we want. It's, you know, for us, what energy we want around us. This is an Ace of Cups that leads to these 10 Cups. It's what you wished for. It's an offer of love, and it's a genuine offer of love. This year, you're together with your true love. This is going to seem out of nowhere. Prince of Wands. Maybe even by Aries season, end of March here, we see this person rushing towards you, and they're so excited and passionate and ready and knowing, oh, I know what I did, and I'm excited to tell you. It's wonderful when somebody's excited to share their progress with you. This is the work that I did. I guess what I seen, because at this point they don't know that you're seeing these signs too. Oh my God, guess what I kept seeing? 11, 11. And then guess what it led to? You. And you're like, yeah, I knew that. I knew that. I knew that before you left. Okay, clever cod. You knew it, but they didn't. So be proud of them. I really would. And I'm sorry if the reading doesn't resonate with everybody, and not everybody wants this, right? It is a general reading. I do personal readings. My email is in the description box, so go ahead and check that out. But I'm happy for you to, you know, in this reading, who this resonates with. I'm happy for you both, and I'm really excited to see when people are waking up. That's why I do this job. I really am, that you get to see the wonders of an awakening, the beautiful things of the world again through their eyes, right? You get to see, I saw 1111, and they're excited about it because it's all new to them. My faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. My fearless freedom lights up the world. I love that they're fearless, that they're excited, they're happy. You know, like, it feels like, you know, when a child goes and experiences something you can experience every day, and you sort of miss the joy in it, but when you see it through a child's eyes, it's so beautiful and exciting. Like, I always post pictures, and somebody who lives almost in the same street as me asked me, hey, where's that picture? And I said, it's just there up the road where we go. And she said, what? Like, I go there every day. But she saw it through my eyes when I was looking up at that beauty. You get to see and experience that beautiful feeling, that excitement again here. When I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. So the universe is trying to support bringing you together right now. And if you're expecting or wanting or excited about this, the quicker it's going to happen. Because we've gone from not moving to running. It's running. This, of course, can be you, Sagittarius, running towards this person who already knew you as the one. Already knew it. But now they'll be accepting of this love offer through your eyes because they've been on this higher spiritual path of learning as well. I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. So, Sagittarius, it's like you or them understanding. I knew who my ninth cup was all along. I knew it was you all the way. You get to be so cool and calm and be like, hey, I know. Right, Sagittarius, you just get to be your cool, beautiful selves. And this is a beautiful time to embrace love. Springtime, new beginnings. You know, planting seeds, ready for things to grow and flourish. And it's a beautiful time to set up the tone for the whole year ahead. It's a beautiful thing when people are learning new exciting things and people realize that I love you and that's all there is. It's like, it reminds me of that Whitney Houston song, I Believe in You and Me. It's like, I believe in dreams again. I believe that love will never end. This person is finding themselves and finding love within themselves, and now they have it to give. Before that, they needed healing. They needed to turn this trauma into healing. That conflict within them, that doubt, that fear, into love, into growth. Now they just want to light up the whole world and tell everybody. So even if you know, listen. Right? The same way a kid will go to school and be like, I just learned today that 1 + 1 is 2. What do you say to them? Do you say, oh, I already knew that? No, you don't. You encourage them by saying, wow, oh my God, you're amazing. You know, when somebody has that reinforcement and that love, it's like servicing their inner child and yours. That's growth. That's love. That's what the world needs. So that's when you're on the right vibration, that's when you're attracting that support from the universe and understanding that you are love. Some of you might be thinking, well, it'll take a miracle for this person to wake up. Well, guess what? Miracles are natural. And that can also be fear-based. So, you know, understanding yourself and your point of view in that moment can really sort of clear these barriers. It's going to be a wonderful year for Sagittarius. Let it be. Open your arms to it. Say, okay, I'm going to receive this. This Prince of Wands is saying, act now. So they're receiving this message to act now, act fast, reach out with the Ace of Wands, show your work, do, you know, when the kids come running out of school and stuff. That's what they're like. They're getting that sort of excitement, that feeling, and I want to share it with somebody. And they want to share it with you. Such a beautiful point of view, right? With the Hangman there. Beautiful, beautiful perspective. When you see things come full circle, you see the woods. When somebody's asleep, they can't see the woods for the trees. You get to see the woods, and you get to listen to the great stories, and you get to view the world through their eyes. That's the Hanged Man. That's why we're not able to judge another person's journey, another person's actions, another person's inaction. Because we don't fully understand their journey until we see things through their eyes. And then that gives us that expansion of love. And when we have that expansion of love, we're aligned with the universe, with joy, with beings, with faith, and we can spread that, right? So Sagittarius, give relationships a chance. Good luck, guys.